This watch tells time.
Hello there, my name is Avery and this is my review of the Apple Watch Series 6. So I've used the Apple Watch Series 6, the 44mm version with the GPS for around 6 months now. So I'm going to be sharing my thoughts about what it's like to use daily and what I've noticed from upgrading. And this is coming from a Series 2 upgrader. Despite the minimal upgrades, it's still the #1 smartwatch out on the market today. So first, the design. I got the blue aluminum finish and I absolutely love it. Blue is my favorite color. Basically, it was a no-brainer. And it may or may not have been a reason for me to get the Series 6 instead of the SE. The overall design just feels more elegant and refined compared to the Series 2. It doesn't feel bulky or intrusive with everyday wear. I can do push-ups or bend back my wrists like this without much intrusion. And yes, in the B-roll that you're watching right now, I do wear my Apple Watch inverted for 2 reasons. One, it's easier for me to actually use the buttons with my thumb instead of with my index finger as it would normally be. And 2 is with an incident involving my Apple Watch, the default orientation, and 911. Which is a story for another day. The Apple Watch has reached the point now where it just feels like a regular mainstream everyday watch that doesn't really feel like a techie gadget. The display on the Series 6 was the primary reason why I went with it instead of the Apple Watch SE that came out alongside of it. And let me tell you, it was so freaking worth it. So the Apple Watch Series 6 has an always-on display, and it has greatly changed how I've used an Apple Watch. The always-on display doesn't work as you may think. It doesn't keep the screen at full brightness all the time. Instead, it dims the display whenever your wrist is not in the orientation to check the time. The display only goes to full brightness when you raise your wrist, tap on the screen, or press a button. The Series 6's display also meets all my expectations for a good display from Apple. It's bright, vibrant, and sharp, especially for such a small display on your wrist. The always-on display was the feature I personally wanted the most on the Apple Watch, and it was definitely worth the upgrade. So when I had my Series 2, I got really frustrated with it because of how freaking slow it was. But immediately once I got the Apple Watch Series 6, I felt an immense performance jump. Apps loaded so much faster. Switching between watch faces felt more intuitive, and basic interactions felt fluid and snappy. And the jump in performance has made the Series 6 so much more enjoyable to use every day. Battery life has been very good for me. With my daily usage, I tend to end the day with around 40 to 60% left, which is plenty, and I never really have to worry about it. Overall, I am very impressed with how the Apple Watch Series 6 has performed in the past 6 months, and I expect the extra headroom in performance to future-proof this for the next 3 to 4 years. So the Apple Watch has a ton of features that are either underrated or just don't receive the coverage that they deserve. And there are a lot of them. So this section is going to just be like a rapid fire listing of all of them. First, the haptic feedback when scrolling on the digital crown is insane. Scrolling on the Series 6 actually feels like you're cranking a gear because of the haptic feedback. The headline new feature of the Apple Watch Series 6 specifically was the new blood oxygen sensor. Unfortunately, I could not test this because it's apparently not intended for use by people under the age of 18. If you want a detailed overview of this new sensor, look anywhere else on the internet. Next, having a calculator on your wrist is so useful. Being able to ping your phone if you lost it somewhere. Next, Apple Pay is one of the most convenient features that I've ever used. I never knew how fun and easy it was to just pay with my wrist. Another feature that was available with watchOS 7 was sleep tracking. I personally have not used it because I don't like wearing devices when I go to sleep. But from what reviews have noted, the sleep tracking on the Apple Watch doesn't track as many metrics compared to other sleep tracking apps. Quick replies, scribble, and dictation for replying to messages are perfect when you don't want to pick up your phone. I'll be there soon, period. Is there anything I should bring? Question mark. Media controls on the Apple Watch are super useful. You can pause and play, skip forward and skip backward, and adjust volume. It's super handy, especially when you're using AirPods, because AirPods don't have dedicated volume controls. And I believe with iOS 14.5, you can now also unlock your iPhone with your Apple Watch. This will be super convenient for those who can't use Face ID because of wearing a mask all the time. These small features are what make using an Apple Watch such an enjoyable experience. So in conclusion, Apple really followed the concept of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they absolutely did not fix anything that was broken in the first place. But to be honest, you don't really have to change anything if you're second to none. The Apple Watch still takes the crown as the #1 smartwatch. But Apple also ironically occupies the titles for the second, third, and fourth best smartwatches as well, which in that order is the Series 5, the SE, and the Series 4. After 6 months of using the Apple Watch Series 6, I can confidently say that this is the most polished and refined Apple Watch to date. Every experience has been thought through and considered, from the unboxing experience to daily interactions when using the watch. This is a product that was 100% worth it in my opinion. I have no doubt that it will hold up for 3 to 4 years, but the same can be said for any other Apple Watch that has been released in the past 2 to 3 years. But to sum it all up, if you can, or if you're in the market, buy whatever Apple Watch you can afford, because in the end, you will feel no regret buying it. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. And if you want to check out my last video on the MacBook Air, it will be linked here? Here, maybe? I'm not sure. I haven't done this before since this is only my second video. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and peace out.